Hi everyone, welcome to this very special Gala bingo event here in Butler's Farm. My name is Natalie J. Robb. You might know me as Moira Dingle in Emmerdale.
And I'm Johnny McPherson. You may know me as Dr. Liam Kavanagh in Emmerdale. So we've got all sorts of fun lined up for you today, including a chance to win £1,000 in a game of bingo.
Woo! Now, if you have signed up to play bingo, you should see your numbers on this very web page. Now, there will be no auto dab, so you may want to write down your numbers to play along. And if you've registered and can't see your numbers, please don't panic. Gala knows which numbers everybody has selected.
And if you haven't registered to play bingo, don't worry, because there'll still be plenty of opportunity to join in the fun later. Right, so here we are on the set of Butler's Farm, home to the Barton / Dingles. Okay, should we give them a bit of a talk?
Yes, and before we do, I'm going to ask you to keep your eyes peeled because we will be testing you on your detective skills. So observe everything that we show you on this little tour. Okay. So as you can see, this is quite a big set, so it's quite a wide set. You can get lots of lovely, flattering camera angles because of that.
You can throw glasses, turn over tables.
Yeah, they're not real glasses though, but if you look up, you can see that all the lights are already rigged up for the director of photography to make you look prettier. Hopefully.
Right, and so in the kitchen, we've got all sorts of stuff here.
Yes.
Washing machine, microwave,
all
sink.
the necessary stuff you need.
Does anything actually work?
Well, the taps will not be working now, but on the day and on the take they are plumbed in. But sometimes we do have to kind of do that and mime stuff so that sound, it doesn't drown out our voices. Get it? Drown out our voices.
Okay, very good. Okay, carry on.
The gas fire actually does work. They won't light up just now, but that all works. The kettle works.
Kettle works in a drawer for hiding one's scripts.
Yes, this is where Mucky Moira hides her scripts. Thank you for revealing that one, Johnny.
No problem.
And of course, you have to see our well-stocked fridge.
Okay, what have we got in here?
We've got lots of things in here. Mainly beers, it happens.
Cane's beers and Moira's beers.
Yes, and I've got some lovely little drawings
let's
here.
get in closer.
From my kids, as you can see. So I'll talk you through my kids. It's my youngest, Isaac, my stepson, Kyle, my late daughter, Holly. She died of a heroin overdose, unfortunately.
Cheery.
My son, Adam, who's the son on the run at the moment. And it's not a great picture because there's a peg right in front of it, but that is Hannah / Matty.
Okay.
So that's my fam. There's another one of Matty inside. Shall I show you?
Yes, please. Let's go. So, I wonder what it's like outside.
This is a replica of the real farm that there's all just painted up on all these lovely boards. So you can see there's just lots of farm pallets and everything that you'd find on a farm. And we've also got our
hand sanitizer,
safety at all times. Good. Just mind your step there, Johnny.
Thank you.
We don't want you to hurt yourself, Doc.
Okay.
Okay. And then we're just going to go into the lounge or the living area, the living room.
Great.
Yes. So here we've got some more photos of the family. This one is of Kane and I here on our wedding photo. My little round face there. And there's my first late husband, John.
Lovely.
Yeah, lots of messy toys around, so I'm really sorry about that.
And then we've got the fire. Does this actually work?
Well, the fire doesn't actually go on, but it does light up. So it's you can't have a farm without a fire. Come on, you can't. So it gives you that nice cosy element and that feeling. But what I will show you is this. This is a great wee trick. Back off, back off. Right, you ready? See these?
Oh my God, we've broken the fourth wall.
So this is so you can get the cameras and to get a better angle where they can shoot right through. So you can shoot right through to the lounge and through to the kitchen, which gives you a nice deep shot of the whole house, which is a big cheat. Lots of parts of the set come apart actually. That other end of that set goes, this one pulls out, but you have to unbolt it, so I won't do that in case it falls on top of me or hurts anyone. And yeah, so, and then we'll go back to here. And do you want to come and see the bedroom or?
Well, let's see upstairs, shall we?
Oh, of course you want to see upstairs.
Okay, off we go.
Don't be disappointed.
Okay. Oh!
Where do these stairs go?
A laundry basket and certain death.
Yes.
Okay, we'll take.
But you get the gist.
General gist.
And then in here is my bedroom where all the fun happens.
Oh, hello.
Okay. So I'm very sorry about this. I'm drying some washing at the moment and my messy dressing room area. Now this is interesting because through here you can see that's where the director sits, and there's a big monitor. I don't know if you can see it through there. There's a monitor, and that's
Lovely
where the director
view.
sits to make
Lovely
sure.
view.
Yeah, it's a great view. It is.
So this is the rest of Maura's
Do you
bedroom.
remember when we did
I
a
do.
scene
Yeah,
in
we had a
here?
scene in there about 3 years ago.
I think it's
or
more
something,
than 3 now, Johnny.
Is it really?
Yes.
Time flies, doesn't
Do
it?
you remember that? And you had to pick the baby up from here.
All in one
And
shot.
then all in one shot, and you got really sweaty.
Minute and a half.
I'm going to shut the door now, it's private. And then we came through here, and then we went right through to the kitchen, which brings us to the end of our tour of Myra Dingle Barton's flat. Even I get confused.
Oh dear. Right then.
Okay, come and sit down, because now I'm going to ask you the questions and see what you observed, okay? Good luck with this. So, number 1. What object was on the kitchen table?
And number 2, what colour was the throw on the living room sofa?
It's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
Question 3. What inflatable object do I have in my bedroom?
Right, so a little clue for the first one. It's not a prop that you'd usually associate with this set. It's something you'd more readily associate with Dr. Kavanagh's surgery.
And it is a stethoscope.
A stethoscope.
Ba-boom, ba-boom.
Many thanks. Okay, and number 2, the colour of the throw in the living room is... It's cream.
Cream.
Beige, also an acceptable answer.
Yeah, very well done if you got that, because I thought that was a tough one. And question 3, the inflatable object that I had in my bedroom was a palm tree. So, well done to all those who answered those correctly.
Well done. Right, we've had some great questions sent in here by you, so without further ado, let's give them some answers.
Okay.
So first one, Natalie,
Yes.
this is from Jeanette. Did you enjoy headbutting Charity Dingle?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so talk us through that. What was the, let's just talk about the context of the story.
The context of the story, she came round to my house. She thought I was stealing her daughter, Debbie Dingle, which I wasn't.
Stealing?
Yeah, she thought I was taking over as her mother.
Oh, I see, I see.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. So I wasn't. But anyway, then she came round and mocked my Scottish accent. And that just sort of got to me a little bit. So I just headbutted her. So she was kind of going on, and I just went in true Glaswegian style.
I should bear that in mind, really.
But well, you should.
Mocking your accent.
But the actual thing was, I didn't actually headbutt her. Of course, I didn't. But so there was a stunt coordinator and everything. But I remember by the end of it, even just by doing that so many times, the next day I was like, ah. So I did.
How many times did you have to do it in the end?
Probably about 6 times. It was just different angles. You had to just get the angle right. And but I have to say, it did go viral. It went absolutely viral because it was 2 women doing it, having a woman headbutting a woman, and people just could not believe it. Because they thought it wouldn't be allowed. But we did it, and it was fantastic fun to do. And she deserved it. So, okay.
Oh, good.
Can I ask you one?
Certainly.
Okay. Johnny, what has been your favourite moments on the show so far?
I mean, it has to be the Wild West stuff, which is just, I mean, it was just incredible fun. I remember first getting the scripts through and reading it and just thinking, do they... On a horse, rides into the village on a horse dressed as a sheriff.
Could you ride a horse?
I mean, a little bit. I did a bit of
mean a
riding.
little bit?
I mean, I could do a little bit when I remember doing it when I was about 13 or something, trotted about.
Did you have to train to do that though?
Yeah.
So you didn't just do it on
No,
that day?
again, like I got the script and I thought this must. I mean, they're not actually going to be doing this, and they were. So I got sent off somewhere to North Yorkshire, I think it was. No, East Yorkshire, and then I had like a day's worth of training with this great guy. He did like Peaky Blinders and. All sorts of stuff. He got like a really, really good guy to train me up. It was fantastic. So like, I did some proper galloping and stuff. Anyway.
Did you?
Proper galloping.
Were you scared?
No.
Okay.
Anyway, so I got on the horse, and And then, yeah, the lovely thing about it is, though, I was working with the director, Brett Fallis, because I watched a few Western things. He was a big enthusiast about it all. So I watched a few Westerns, and there's a thing in The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, where the screen is just, people should remember just like the letterbox thing, and then just looking left to the right and down the centre. And we said, we've got to incorporate that somehow. So right at the beginning, when it comes into Emmerdale, and then it's just a big close-up, and then just looking left, right. And we managed to get it in there. I mean, it's obviously not going to be The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly sort of quality. But no, it was fantastic. It was wonderful. I really enjoyed it. I loved that.
Oh, good.
Okay, so anyway, that's me. What about you? What's been your favourite moment?
There's been a few. I would say my most recent one was all the underwater diving stuff we did last year.
Yeah.
With the big boat explosion, when it was revealed that I slept with my husband's son. But I didn't know it was his son at the time, just let me say that.
Awkward.
A little bit awkward. But yeah, so we, all the training that we had to do for that, we did loads of training in Leeds University swimming pool with proper divers, and it was tough. I'm not going to lie. It was sometimes it was quite scary.
It sounds it. Didn't you have a moment where things got a bit hairy?
That was during the training, because I had a weight belt on, and I fell back down when I got the weight belt, and because the weight belt on, I had 7 pounds around my waist, and I couldn't get back up, and then eventually the guy just happened to keep pulling me up at the last minute. So I'd swallowed some water, so that was a bit scary. But I think when we went into the film, I had that in mind. So I was a bit like, ooh. But the main thing was we just had to really trust each other, Jeff Horley and I, who plays Kane, for the ones that don't know. And we just had to really trust each other, and it was, and we were doing everything underwater.
There's a moment, isn't it?
Really see each other.
You have to like swap the regulator.
Yeah, well, yeah, we did, but then the bodies take that away, so everything's just down to you. So it was quite hairy, but it was a fantastic achievement at the end of the day. Well, I felt like I'd achieved something.
No, it looked great. I remember.
So that's one of my favourites, I think,
that was
so
great.
far.
Right, who's next?
I think I'm next to ask you one. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. What would be your dream storyline for Liam?
Dream storyline. I feel like it'd be nice to do something medically based. If there was something, I don't know. I mean, all sorts of stuff you could do. But something to do with a patient, maybe somebody in the village who gets very ill. I don't know, just there could be something, or an ethical dilemma, or there could be something with Manpreet, who plays the other doctor. There could be some sort of rivalry there, or there's lots of stuff that could occur, I think, in and around the surgery.
Do you think you're a good doctor, Liam? Do you think he's a good doctor?
He doesn't seem to spend a great deal of time in the surgery.
I don't see you in the surgery.
No, a lot of time in the pub, or just doing some like sneaky visits to various females. No, I mean it'd be nice to do something a bit more medically based. Also, I think it'd be nice to have other families sort of bring them into the fold, sort of giving a bit more of a sense of him from his past. I mean, his dad could be, it could be anyone. It could be somebody a bit disreputable, or you could have like a sort of
some family looking around.
A sibling who's a bit peculiar. Or, I mean, just lots of stuff. Or another child, love child somewhere, probably.
Probably.
Yeah, so something like that. But obviously, all of that stuff filmed in Australia. That would be perfect.
Very good.
That would be lovely. Okay, your turn. Okay, here's a good one. This is one you hear quite a lot, especially if you do theatre. Somebody says to you afterwards, how do you memorise all those lines?
Well, everybody has different methods. The way I do it is I just try and read them over and over and over again until they go in, and then they're familiar. And we get our scripts about, I would say, 3 to 4 weeks in advance beforehand, but we'll already be working on other scripts. So it's just as and when you can do it, really. But I try and just kind of prep it over the weekends and stuff. You still have to work weekends a little bit if you're a SWAT, and you just don't want to be stressed out during the week.
We're both quite SWAT-y.
We are quite SWAT-y. We go off in our rooms and we learn our lines, and then we test each other. So, what's your best method?
Yeah, I find I quite enjoy recording my lines, and then. So you get the space for your line, and then you record the other person's lines, and then you can play it all back. So you have a gap for your line, and then their lines. So you can play the whole scene through, but you have to just like feed in the lines in the gap. Does that make sense?
It makes sense, yeah, but it's probably easier that I just test you.
Okay.
Okay, so the next question, I'm just going to move on. Here's a good one.
Oh, God.
I like this one.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, if Liam could be a farm animal, or let's just say animal, let's open this up.
Any animal?
Yeah, well, if Liam could be a farm animal, we could do two here. what would you be or he be? That's from Gary. Well done,
Thanks, Gary. Thanks so much. I think probably a llama. I think a llama.
A llama?
A llama works. It's just something
He's
a bit.
got a long neck.
It's quite.
He's got a long neck.
He's got quite a sort of high
Llama.
centre of gravity.
Liam the llama.
It's a bit sort
You
of.
could start getting toys with leaving your head on it.
Please don't.
The llama's
Please
body.
don't suggest this.
That's good. I've just
What
got
about
the
you?
visuals
Come on,
there.
Moira. What would Moira be?
I would be a raging bull or a thoroughbred.
Of course she would.
Yeah, of course I would, yeah. Just like
Right.
the film.
Okay.
Okay.
Moving on.
Have you got more?
Yeah. Well, what have you got?
I think I've done all mine now.
Okay. Let's just do one more.
Okay, one more.
Here's one. Would you like to have more scenes together?
Oh, Paparishka beer. Of course I would.
We've only ever done 2 scenes together, haven't we?
Yeah, we've been in the same scenes, but passing. But I'd like to. I'd quite enjoy it.
It's quite difficult to know how they'd come
know,
across each other.
More
really.
maybe
Unless
scare you a little bit.
Definitely.
Okay,
Abs-
there you go. But then
absolutely
you do go with
terrifying.
Layla. She's quite scary at times.
Yeah.
But yes, I would like to, because you're professional.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have a
Are you
laugh.
talking about Liam or talking about me?
Both.
Okay, good. That's fine. Right, I think that's all we've got time for, so thanks very much for all your questions.
Yes, thank
and
you.
In a while, we're going to be heading over there
Yes.
to another set,
Another tour.
another tour of another set, and then we're also going to be playing a little game of bingo, so don't go away. Welcome to Cafe Main Street. This is Studio 1. A moment ago, we were in Butler's farm over there. So we're going to be giving you a little tour of the cafe. I mean, there's not a great deal to go around, but a little tour of the cafe.
A little bit.
And the same applies. Keep your eyes peeled because we will be testing your detective skills.
Okay, I'm just going to get the camera
grab
now.
the camera, Natalie.
Are you ready?
Very good.
Gladiators ready.
Are we on?
We're on.
Fantastic. Right, come this way. So this is the first area. It's the kitchen.
Oh.
This is where Brenda used to work her magic.
Tiny.
It now obviously belongs to Nick and Jimmy, Nicola and Jimmy. Jimmy, obviously, a bit of a squeeze in here, isn't it, Nick? Yes, it is. Okay, very good. Right, and through here, solid coffee machine,
Yes.
a delicious array of different treats, delightful drinks, smashing cakes.
What would Liam have to drink?
I'm going to say, Liam, he wouldn't go for anything too fatty. So nothing with cream, not too much milk. I think if he was really pushing the boat out, he'd go for a macchiato.
Right.
Otherwise, probably just a black Americano.
Okay.
Moira,
Double espresso every time.
of course.
She's up too early.
And then, yeah, cakes-wise, I don't know. I think Liam would go for something with as few calories as possible. I mean, probably just not bother most of the time, but a flapjack if pushed.
A flapjack. Okay.
And Moira,
Lemon drizzle.
perfect. Lovely.
Okay.
And as we come around
And
here,
is the fruit real?
is the fruit real?
That's a
That's a
negative.
no. But here, this is something the cast often do.
Oh yes, we do that.
Delicious, chocolatey goodness.
Really nice.
Wonderful. As we come further round, you'll see here an excellent display cabinet full of other treats. Now, there's something quite interesting. So, all across the village, on various sets, you'll find yourself looking at something like here and go, well, why is it covered in cobwebs and spiders and little skeletons? You go, oh, God, it's Halloween already. So it's always about 6 weeks. You're always about 6 weeks behind whatever's happening. So at the moment, they're starting to dress everything for Christmas. It's all a bit confusing, but yeah, it always just sneaks up.
I suppose
little
it's a
too
good place, the
quickly.
cafe, for everyone to meet different cast members.
It is. It's lovely because it's a bit like the Woolpack, but without any booze. So you just end up with lots of different characters coming together. So you might have one scene over there that you're in, and then over here there's a little sort of tete-a-tete going on. But it's nice because you can end up meeting with other cast members that otherwise you never come across because they're not on your storylines. Should we go
Yeah, why not?
backstage?
Okay, I'll come round this way.
So,
Oh.
Here we have, so this is a good illustration of the thing they call continuity. So
Okay.
here is the shop front as seen in the village. And somebody, it's his job, her job, to ensure that all the cakes in the shop front here are identical to the ones in the village.
Oh.
So that's a
very
little
good.
technical thing. Oh, what is this yellow box? I hear you asking. So this is another thing. Whilst you're off stage, you're waiting to go on. So if you're out here or you're over here, it doesn't feel like you're going to be seen, but you create shadows, and you can possibly be seen in reflections and stuff by the camera. So if you stay in the yellow box, you're clear and you're fine. And you wait here for a little thing called a cue light. So if you're coming on in the middle of a scene, you can't hear what everyone's saying. You wait for your cue light to come on, like that. Thank you, Laura, by one of the assistant directors. And then as your light goes, you are ready, poised to pounce.
Action.
Like an acting puma.
Oh, you said it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Right, so that is a tour of the cafe.
That is a tour of the cafe, and now it is time to test your observational skills and see what your detective work was like, because we're going to ask you the questions now.
Okay, so the 3 questions. First question, what colour were the reusable Cafe Main Street cups? What colour?
Question 2, what type of cake was it?
And question number 3, this is quite a tricky one.
This is a very tricky
really
one,
tricky.
actually.
What was the first item on the menu?
First item.
First item. Right, okay, so start typing your answers in the chat box. Perfect. And here are the answers. So, the cups were purple.
That was an easy one, I
That was a
think,
very
because
easy
they're quite bright.
Answer number 2,
Number 2, it was a chocolate cake that smelled lovely and chocolatey.
delicious. And number 3, first item was an espresso.
That's well done. Well done if you got that one.
Very
because
well done.
I was too busy looking at all the cakes and what Moira would have. So very well done if you got that. Now, are you ready? Let's play bingo. Very soon, one of you will win £1,000, so get your numbers ready. And if you've signed up to play bingo, your numbers should appear on this web page. Are you ready? Okay, over to you, Johnny.
Here we go. So, starting with 2 and 7, 27. 3 and 6, 36. 5 and 9, 59. 9, 0, 90. 7, 0, 70. 8 and 4, 84. 5 and 7, 57. 6 and 5, 65. 5 and 2, 52. And 7 and 9, 79.
How's everybody doing so far? I hope you have some of those numbers. Okay, what's next? 5 and 4, 54. 4 and 3, 43. 1 and 7, 17. 8 and 1, 81. On its own, number 6. 3 and 5, 35. 5 and 8, 58. 5 and 1, 51. 4 and 1, 41. And on its own, number 1.
Okay, everybody, let's focus. There's £1,000 at stake here, okay? Eyes down. Here we go. On its own, number 4. All the 4s, 44. 8 and 5, 85. 6 and 1, 61. 6 and 4, 64. 8 and 9, 89. 3, 0, 30. 7 and 8, 78. 6, 0, 60. 8 and 6, 86.
Ooh, how are you all getting on? Has anyone got a line yet? And remember, you need to have a full house to win. Okay, the next number is, on its own, number 2. 1 and 5, 15. 4 and 7, 47. 5 and 3, 53. 8 and 2, 82. 3 and 1, 31. 4 and 2, 42. 7 and 3, 73. 8 and 7, 87. And 6 and 8, 68.
And we must be getting close now. Surely somebody out there is about to win. Right, you ready? Next up. All the 5s, 55. All the 8s, 88. 40, 40. 80, 80. 7 and 5, 75. On its own, number 5. 7 and 6, 76. 7 and 1, 71. 3 and 2, 32. On its own, number 3.
Somebody has to win soon. I can feel it. Okay, your next set of numbers. All the 2s, 22. All the 7s, 77. 4 and 6, 46. 2 and 6, 26. 7 and 2, 72. And on its own, number 7. 6 and 9, 69. 2, 0, 20. 5 and 6, 56. 2 and 4, 24.
Oh, wonderful. So, okay, one of you has just won a grand.
Yes.
Let's find out who it is.
£1,000.
The winner is Granny Marge 69.
Whoa!
Congratulations, Granny Marge 69. You've won £1,000.
£1,000. What are you going to do with it?
Fantastic. Right, well, it looks like some of you came very close to having a full house, so well done to everyone.
Yeah, well done, everyone.
Thanks for playing.
Well, that's all we've got time for.
Thank you so much for joining us on this tour of Emmerdale Studios. We've had a lot of fun. Hope you have had too.
Enjoy the rest of your evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. Good night.
Good night.